Thousands of people are fleeing parts of Cameroon ahead of Sunday's presidential election. More than 200,000 people have fled English-speaking areas since protests broke out in 2016. Separatists in those districts are vowing to disrupt the vote. CGTN'S Saddique Shaban has more from the capital, Yaounde.
Millions of Cameroonians have waited 7 years for this moment. Supporters of the ruling People's Democratic Movement in the Francophone regions across the country say they are waiting for the coronation of their candidate and incumbent Paul Biya, despite security concerns in the Anglophone region.
The CPDM, the ruling party, is the only party which has staged many political rallies in the two regions. And all the measures, the minister, as he said, has taken all the measures to enable the 8 other candidates to go where they wanted to go, to sensitize, to inform, to discuss with people in order to win their mind.
But the opposition, regrouping late after a disjointed start to the process, have had to scale down their campaigns in the English-speaking areas.
They are refusing the voters of the Northwest and Southwest region to vote. In that, they have decided to concentrate all the polling stations in one locality, and they want the voters to move towards that locality. They're saying that's for the security of the polling officers, whereas the state is supposed to guarantee the security of the voters.
All the security services are on the alert in order that if in case there is any public disturbances, then we have a total master of the situation. So I can tell you that the elections will be conducted in a very serene atmosphere.
In mostly Francophone areas, voter registers were published in some polling stations for voters to verify their details. Each voter will need an elector's card to cast their ballot. All the 9 presidential candidates will have their names and faces printed on the ballot papers for ease of identification. The Cameroon Election Board says it has dispatched all the polling materials to most of the polling stations across the country and that it's ready for the polls on Sunday. This is the incumbent Paul Biya's polling station here in Bastos, where the president will cast his ballot in this box on Sunday, seeking to extend his 36-year-old rule for another 7 years in office.
He has won every presidential election in this country since the 1990s and has the state machinery to his advantage, has the advantage of incumbency, has far more resources than the other candidates. But we could also see a surprise where the opposition, which is now coming together, springs a surprise.
Unlike in the past, Cameroon is confronted by myriads of challenges that have remained unsolved for the last 2 decades. The Anglophone crisis and the struggling economy are just some of the underlying choices on the ballot.
Cameroon is facing a crisis in the north of the country from Boko Haram, which has not gone away as much as anyone would have loved to. But also the issues of poverty, infrastructure, those social issues that resonate among the common Cameroonians remain very big issues in this election.
As Cameroonians make another political decision, they will be hoping for a better future, a new dawn for thousands of people trapped in conflict. But few people believe the country's dark period will be solved by presidential elections. Saddique Shaban, CGTN, in Yaounde, Cameroon.